Dessa played in 2005 at the Mitzi Newhouse, and was Aarons and Flaherty's adaptation of the same title novel about the unlikely friendship forged between a white woman, Rachel York, and an escaped slave, LaShans, in the South in the 1840s. The show also starred Norm Lewis and Michael Caine.
The framework for the story found two women telling their story to their grandchildren as they switched between their older and younger selves. And the Times, Isherwood said, Aarons and Flaherty continue to see the humanist potential in the medium. They insist on writing musicals that explore the struggles of men and women, as opposed to the synthetic creatures razzle-dazzling Broadway audiences with their preening vulgarity and self-devouring jokes. Footnote, 4 days before Dessa opened, Spamlot opened. I wonder if Charles Isherwood liked it.
Lynn Aarons fell in love with the novel by Shirley Ann Williams. And Williams had found the lives of these two women, and she wove their true stories together into one narrative, even though they never actually met. And she imagined that they had. She found Dessa in slave records, a woman who had taken part in a slave rebellion, been captured and was to be lynched, but because she was pregnant and the child was property, they waited until her child was born, and she escaped. And Ruth had truly rescued scores of slaves and had even fallen in love with one.
Aarons really wanted to musicalize the story very badly, but she couldn't convince Flaherty. So she did something that she had never done before. She wrote 50 pages of libretto for Dessa without him having ever seen any of it. She gave Stephen Flaherty the 50 pages when he was about to go on a summer vacation. And as he says, I sat with it for 2 weeks out of the city and the country, which I think actually helped because it's a very rural piece. It really did speak to me, but I had no idea what to write, and I couldn't start writing the music. Then there was this huge thunderstorm. It knocked out all of the electricity, and that's when I began writing, and I couldn't stop.
The show was given a gorgeous production at Lincoln Center, and understudying LaShans as Dessa was the hugely talented Kenita Miller. Here to speak about her experience working on the show and to sing Dessa's first act closer, Kenita Miller.
They gave a great summary of what the show is about, which was such a dynamic show that I was telling them when we were talking about it. I think a lot of what I experienced going through that, with the process of the show, really is a blur because I was on cloud nine. I mean, I was working with LaShans, understudying LaShans, and working with Norm Lewis, swoon. So if you can understand why I may have been a little bit, and of course Lynn Aarons and Stephen Flaherty, which to add to that are two dynamic people to give a young black actress a human story to tell and not feeling like a stereotype or any kind. I felt like I got a chance to play a human being. So it felt like some big shoes to step into, especially with the Shans. But it was a great family and a great experience, and I wish I had it to do over because I think I would have soaked it up a little bit more. The whole experience. Something also too was I got thrown on before my first put-in, so that kind of aided to the whole thing being a little bit jarring. But overall, I feel like a stronger performer, and it was a great challenge. And like I said, I think any performer, any artist kind of craves playing human beings, or just telling a reflection of life. And especially when it's a part of my culture, and to be able to tell such historical, stories, and to be about people's real lives. And this only being a glimpse of what people had to endure doing that, of course, everybody knows, So I just hope to have more opportunities to do that. And thank you, Lynn and Stephen. So this song that I'm going to do is called 12 Children, and it's from Dessa. It's actually in the ending of the first act. And this is the moment where Ruth and Dessa come face to face. And Ruth is nursing Dessa back to health. And she's actually nursing Dessa baby. So it's kind of it's a great tension between these two women, as you can imagine. But at the end of the story, they end up best friends, and she actually ends up naming the baby after Ruth. So this song is called 12 Children. Now I'm going to teach you the names of your kin, just like my mammy taught me. My mammy, now that's your grandmammy. Her name black. They named her that when she was a girl, smooth and black like petals, I suppose. And they teased her 'cause she worked round the dairy, said her kiss was as tangy as clever. These things only her children knows. Mammy gave birth to 12 children, 12 that come into this world still living. The first born a boy named Little Joe, named for the master. Second one died without no name. White folks said it was all the same, but Mammy called her Minta for remembrance. Said her first child who lived to work the field, Mary, then Bess, then Jess and Amos, all of them gone in a week, one Easter, traded for some mules. But then come Cheetah, the laughing one. Cheetah, he run, Mammy told me so. Maybe he's living, never will know. But Cheetah, give her home. Caesar died at the end of a rope. She lost little Jeffrey to the sting of a bee. They sold Carrie Mae, her last was me. I'm her only baby, whose name she chose, Dessa, for descendant of a woman named Rose. Little Joe, Minta, Seth, Amos, Mary, Jess, Bess, Jeter, Caesar, Jeffrey, Carrie Mae, and Dessa Rose. Our names is Joe, Minta, Seth, Amos, Mary, Jess, Bess, Jeter, Caesar, Jeffrey, Carrie Mae, and Dessa Rose. My own self, that makes 12. Some sold away, some passed away, some run. 12 children brought from a body, all gone but one. I tell these names the way my Mammy told these names. Let her poor children pass from living memory. And you, little girl, you follow in line. Your Mammy holds you safe as she can. One fine day, we'll count you the same. I made a promise to your daddy and your grandmammy that when we get north, you'll have your name.